What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD coming at you with another video. This time we're going to be discussing the Tommy Tallarico review of Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now, some of you might have remembered that Tommy was a reviewer. He had a couple of shows. He reviewed Super Smash Bros. Melee and he gave it a 2.5 out of 10. Now, the reason why we're discussing this is because this review has sort of disappeared from the internet. A lot of people were talking about it at the time. Years later, people would mention it as to a reason why they might not like Tommy Tallarico or might not trust his opinions on games. And of course, Tommy would always deny it. He'd claim that no, he never gave it a 2.5. He never reviewed the game, all kind of stuff. So we're gonna go into that. We're gonna show you a little background, get you up to speed. So the first thing we're going to look at here is this is the IMDb page for Electric Playground. As you can see, this is a post from 2002, way back when. And in the highlighted portion you can see that says, "They certainly speak their mind. They're the only ones who gave Super Smash Bros. Melee for GameCube a low score when everyone else is praising it." So as far back as 2002, people were already saying that Tommy had gave Super Smash Bros. Melee a 2, or a low score rather. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to pop on over to this old IGN board. Let me shift it over a little bit so we can get the whole quote in there. Now this is a post, this was a thread on, pop up real quick. It was the new Judgment Day on G4 Tech TV Tonight, ESPN, Madden related. It's from September 27, 2004. If we scroll down, we can see the only review that to this day I'm still shaking my head at is the review of Super Smash Bros. Melee. It got something like a 2.5 out of 10 from Tommy and a 3 from Vic. So again, we got people referencing this review. This was a 2004 post. So we moved the timeline up a little. Now in another IGN board post, this is from 2008. This is a thread on Tommy Tallarico gives Galaxy an 8.5 out of 10. Now, if we scroll down through the thread, we're going to get to right here, this guy here, Dieworm. He says, also, Tommy gave Melee like a 2.5 or something, so his opinion is null to me. So again, someone is referencing the Melee review, saying Tommy gave it a 2.5, a low score. Now the funny part about this particular thread is Mr. Tallarico shows up. That's right. If we scroll down just a little bit more, we're going to get an appearance from our favorite reviewer, our favorite CEO, the one and only, the legendary Tommy Tallarico. Now, here is the post. It says, he quoted Dieworm saying Tommy gave Melee a 2.5, and Tommy says, "For the record, this is not a true statement. Only a silly, made-up internet rumor that some haters made up in order to try and discredit me. TT." So he's saying he didn't give Melee a 2.5. It's not a true statement. Haters are out there hating on him like always. You know, Tommy's always got them haters on him. You can see he's posting a little bit more. Now if we flip the page again, Pseudo Sam is who he's quoting. He says, this guy gave Super Smash Bros. Original a 2. What the hell are we doing giving him any kind of credit? Tommy saying, now it's a 2. Either way, not true. Didn't give it a 2. Tommy double post, because you know Tommy loves the double post. He's talking about some other stuff. We don't care. Now here it is. This guy, he's quoting Chris. He says, the guy who gave a 5 to Super Smash Bros. Melee and doesn't like RPG, so they gave them a low score, said that. Tallarico is a joke as a reviewer. I don't care what the guy said. Some of his reviews are funny, but it means nothing for me. Super Mario Galaxy is my game of the year. Now Tommy says, cool. Now I've worked my way up to a 5 for Super Smash Bros. Melee. The funniest and most ironic thing about the Super Smash Bros. Melee review is that it was never even on G4 or Judgment Day / reviews on the run. It's very important, you gotta remember that. It goes on to say, lots of people like to lie and say that they saw it on G4, but the reality is that it was a 1-minute segment at the end of one of our shows, which only aired in a different country. I refuse to tell anyone what the real score we gave are because it's much more fun to watching people spout out nonsense and attempt to pass it off as fact. And then he goes on to say, but honestly, for anyone who cares, and I'm not sure why you would, oh, we know. We care because we want the truth, Tommy. We want to hear you. We love you. We got to hear what you have to say. It says the reality is that the score of 5 is a lot closer than the 2. So already Tommy is saying that the score he gave the game is closer to a 5 than it is to a 2. Once again, it's very important. It wasn't on reviews on the run. He didn't give it a 2.5. And the score he gave was closer to a 5. Says, goes on to say, but hey, don't listen to me. I don't really like 2D fighters. So if you're like me, you're probably more inclined to agree. If you love 2D fighters, you probably thought it was a 9 or a 10, which, by the way, is perfectly okay. I respect that. Too bad doesn't seem to get that same kind of respect in return. Smiley face, typical Tommy smiley face, and he signs it TT. Now, this has gone on. Other people have talked about this. There was a E3 Best Friends Play video where they mentioned it. They were looking for the review. People wanted it. You can still go on Reddit. There's like a 5-year-old thread in the Best Friends Play subreddit where they talk about it. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you reviews on the run. Now, we were told that it was not on reviews on the run. Remember, the review for Melee was not on reviews on the run. But this here is a reviews on the run video. So let's see what it says.
What do you think about Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo?
You hear that? He said we're talking about Super Smash Bros. Melee. So already we know this is a classic review. It is from Reviews on the Run.
GameCube.
Well, you know, I gotta tell you, it's another GameCube letdown, another GameCube disappointment in my book. It goes down, another check one off.
I agree. I was not impressed with this game. And maybe the idea originally was kind of cool, but you know what? Now it's just a gimmick, especially on these amazing brand new consoles. And the GameCube is so powerful. I don't want to play an N64 game on the GameCube.
Right. It has all the great Nintendo characters like Mario and Donkey Kong, and was Yoshi in there?
Yoshi's in there.
The princess. So you basically pick one character or a bunch of characters and you fight against another character in some kind of Nintendo game environment. Kind of seems like it could be interesting, but the reality is that all you're doing really is just pushing buttons, and I didn't feel like there was any strategy whatsoever.
I'm giving this...
Now, if you know anything about Tommy's reviews of fighting games, he always calls them button mashers. There's no strategy. Every fighting game to Tommy is a button mash. You just push buttons and things happen.
A 3 out of 10.
Wow, 3.
It's just not impressive.
Right.
The GameCube is supposed to be about the next steps and the next level of gameplay. This
So you hear that Victor gave it a 3 out of 10.
is exactly the same kind of...
And as you can see on the screen here, let me see, is there better quality? Can we improve the quality? We can pop it up to 480. As you can see on the screen here, Victor gave it a 3 out of 10. And Tommy Tallarico, that score right there is a 2.5 out of 10. Now, I remember reading a little while ago that Tommy said he never reviewed it, didn't give it a 2.5. The score he gave it was closer to a 5 than a 2. I don't know, that looks like a 2.5. That looks like exactly the score that Tommy was refuting. That looks like exactly. You know, let's go back to Tommy's post. Let's see. I know it wasn't that long ago. It was like a couple of minutes ago. But let's just go back anyway, right? Because there it is. Dieworm. Dieworm says Tommy gave Melee a 2.5. And then, of course, Tommy comes in and right there says it's not true. It's a silly made-up internet rumor that some haters have made up in order to try and discredit me. See there, right there, clear as day. I guess Reviews on the Run must be a hater. Reviews on the Run must be some kind of hater conspiracy that they put this graphic up of Tommy giving it a 2.5 when he didn't give it that score.
Great job, brother.
3 out of 10.
I give it a 2.5.
Wow, he even said I give it a 2.5. Somehow somebody has found Tommy's voice, inserted it into this 2017 video that was published on 2017, but you know, obviously the review is older than that. They inserted his voice in there because there's no way that Tommy would lie. Tommy is not a liar. I know people might think that this is Tommy lying and saying anything in order to win an argument, saying anything in order to make it seem like he's the bigger person, the better person, he's the know-it-all, and you're just the idiot. He is the celebrity and you are the nobody. But no, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that Tommy Tallarico would have lied over something so stupid, so petty, just to win an internet argument. But what do you people think? Do you think that Tommy Tallarico honestly lied? That he lied and he really did give it a 2.5, just like the video shows, just like his voice clip said? Or is this some sort of grand hater conspiracy? Let me know in the comments. But you know how we do it on this channel. Love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.